It's the end of November, which means it's time for a monthly update. Hey, I'm Ben Price. Thanks again for joining me for another monthly update, this one for the month of November. Before we get into the things that I was doing this month, one of the most important things going on in November is my grandma's birthday. November 29th, yesterday, was my grandma's birthday. If you know her, if you have some way to contact her and you didn't know it was her birthday yesterday, send her a happy birthday. I'm sure she'd love to hear from you. But from me to her, happy birthday, Grandma. I miss you. I can't wait to see you. I do have 2 shows in Lethbridge when I get home on December 11th. So I will see you as soon as I get home and give you a little birthday hug, a belated birthday hug. But if you know my grandma and you haven't yet, do send her a happy birthday wish. She deserves it. Kicking off the month of November, I flew into Halifax for a contract on the Enchanted Princess. This was the largest princess ship I have ever been on, so it was a new experience for me. It was a fantastic ship. The theater was beautiful. It was a great contract. I was only there for 3 days. So I flew into Halifax, embarked, we cruised to New York, and that is where I got off and flew home. But while I was there, I had 2 shows on one night, and then I did a guest spot in the Farewell Variety Show on the final night, and that was like a 3-minute bit. But it's always nice to be on Princess. They do have a beautiful space and a beautiful theater, and I love playing in a theater of that size. It's just a totally different experience, but had a lot of fun, and I got to see be in Halifax, and some of my favorite food exists in Halifax, so it was nice to go out there. And then I didn't get to spend a lot of time in New York. I got off, went to the airport, and flew home, so that was kind of sad. Would have liked to see some friends who live in New York, but just didn't have time. When I got home, a couple of interesting things, one of which is this, the new merch. I have a new shirt design. This one was done by an artist. Both of the shirts I have available are on my website, so you can get them both there. The first shirt I have available is just, I designed it. It's the logo that I use plopped on the shirt, but still fun. This one, however, is an actual design, and I'll show you a picture of it. I'm not gonna stand up and turn around because I'll lose the framing, and I don't want to do that. But if you want a shirt, there's 2 available. You can find them on my website and represent some Ben Price magic. Do it up. After my week at home, I flew out to Miami to embark on the Resilient Lady, and that marked my 3rd ship for Virgin. I've completed the collection as it stands right now. I've been on all 3 of the ships that Virgin has available, Valiant, Scarlet, and Resilient. Next year, I'll have to collect the Brilliant Lady, which will launch, I think 2026 actually, will launch and start doing Alaskan routes. So I look forward to being on those. Fingers crossed. But I was on Resilient Lady, and this was a really fun contract, especially fun because I got to see Millie. It was a quick 2-week thing. I think it was a fill-in because someone canceled, and they used me because I was going to be getting on Valiant Lady the 2 weeks after in Miami. So I got to see Millie, which was really fun, and then I did one voyage alone, and then Tori joined me, and she got to see Millie, and that was also really great because Millie and Tori are super close, probably closer than Millie and I are, to be honest with you. They're probably better friends. They probably would like it if I wasn't there, but I digress. It was really fun to see Millie, spend some time with Tori on vacation. She was working while she was here, but she still was in the heat, and she loves that. Currently in Calgary, there's a lot of snow, so she probably loved being here for the heat, not just for me, just to be in, honestly, Bimini. She loves Bimini, so there it is. After my 2 weeks on Resilient Lady, Tori and I both disembarked and spent the night in Miami before she flew home and I got on Valiant Lady. But in the meantime, we spent the day afternoonish in Miami. And last year, I met a woman who works for a taco place in Miami called Coyo Tacos. She said, if you're ever in Miami, let me know and I'll hook you up with some delicious tacos. So Tori and I took her up on that. We headed over to Coyo Tacos in Wynwood. It was phenomenal. They treated us to such amazing food. They gave us drinks, chips and guac, the tacos, burritos, all this good food they treated us to, and it was a phenomenal meal. So good, in fact, that when we did back-to-back this time on this voyage, I took 3 other artists out to Coyo Tacos so I could have it again and introduce them to some delicious food in Miami. It's really close to the port, so it's really easy to get to, and it's a nice way to spend the day when the ship is doing the turnaround here, getting new people on, and we have kind of nothing to do. So if you're ever in Miami, I suggest checking out Koyo Tacos. After our day in Miami, Tori flew home, sadly, to the snow, and I embarked on the Valiant Lady, which is where I am now. And here my schedule's a little different. On Resilient, I did 2 shows a Voyage in the Red Room. Here I'm doing 3 shows in the Manor, which I love the Manor. It's a smaller venue, it's a thrust stage, so I'm really close to the audience. The only thing I complain about is the giant mirror they have behind you. As a magician, that's kind of weird, but I'm doing 3 shows a Voyage, and then I do a guest spot in the Ship Show, which is a variety show, and that's always really fun. A plus to that, being in the Ship Show and just being on Valiant, is a friend of mine, Kiara, who I met a year ago on a contract on Virgin, is here currently. So I got to see her. That was really fun. She's really great because she knows a lot about magic. She's worked with a lot of magicians, and I have a brand new show, so having her see it, she's able to give me a few notes and criticisms here and there and help me make the show even better. So it's really nice to see her, and I got to meet a new friend, Darren, called the Mad Sailor. If you want to see something absolutely, I don't know, it's hard to explain. You've got to see Darren's acts. Check him out on Instagram, the Real Mad Sailor or the Mad Sailor. If you follow me, search on my friends and you'll find the Mad Sailor there, and just watch some of his videos. It's a hilariously strange and wonderful act. That brings us to the end of the month. Not a huge amount of things going on, but still some things of interest. So I hope you had a great November. I'm looking forward to December. I get to go home on the 11th, and I have a few things going on, but I will explain those all to you at the end of December in that monthly update. So until then, stay happy, stay healthy, follow, like, and subscribe to all these things. It really helps me out, lets me know what you enjoy and that you're liking these monthly updates. And I will see you in December.